So this is my 2014 QX60. We bought this in 2014 in May, and ever since I bought it, one of the things that always bothered me was that it didn't have an HDMI port. Now, if you look inside the car, this car has every option. I have literally not a single option not on this. When we went to the dealership, we just asked them, I want every single thing, because we wanted specifically the automatic braking, which it pretty much added every option, so we said might as well go for everything. So when going for everything, this is the screen, but the only way to connect this to anything is through these. But who uses these anymore? The audio and video, no one uses these. So one of the mods I've done recently was to put in an HDMI port. So I removed the socket lighter and I put an HDMI port as well as a USB in here, so I can charge things and use HDMI, because the socket lighter was kind of useless, because either ways I was only using that to charge phones, and why have the adapter outside? So I just combined both of them. This mod cost me about like $30-$40 too. I think it was $30 actually, I believe, which is not that expensive, and it takes barely not too much time. At least it'll take you like good 2 hours, but it's not too much sacrifice for using HDMI port for life. So one of the things I did was, so there are two sets of these ports in the car. There's one in the back and there's one in the front. So in the front, the second one is supposed to be right down there. In my car, I removed it. So the way to remove that was, because I actually, instead of adding a new port here, I converted one of these, like the second one of these, which was in the center box, to this. So to do that, I have a little controller box in here, which I'll show later on. But I didn't want to remove these because these are visible on the outside. In the center box, I just removed them and I plugged them in inside. To get to there, I had to remove this whole plate here. There's this side padding also, and the side padding doesn't take too long to remove. All of it is actually pretty simple and fast and easy. So the way to do this is you lift up this little rubber thing, and there's a screw right in the center and one on each side. So you remove all three of those screws. Then once you have the ones on the side, remove all the screws from both sides that are holding this plate down. Pull up, and actually to remove this, it's actually pretty simple. I thought it would be harder, but you pull this down and then you pull off this little clip, and this head will just slide straight off. Yep. So, and then after that, I went in and unscrewed the three, I think they're called VGA or RCA, I don't know. I unscrewed those three connectors and connected one of those cables to it and ran it in through this to the back. So I actually did cut my hand during this, so I'm not responsible if you do too. It's not anything serious, you won't die. But here, so this was a little harder to get off. To get this off, the easiest way I found was just to lift that up and pull. So here, when you pull, so if you look in here, I just have a regular car charger connected to the original socket, which was in right here in place of this. So I removed that socket, I left it in there, it's still connected, but it's connected to a car charger, which has a USB, two USBs connected to it. So the one USB goes to the controller that converts this video. So it has three cables right there, and it's connected to the one in the center box. And then this has a power input and also a HDMI output, and then the HDMI output simply goes back in there. The USB for this is also connected to the two sockets in here. That's pretty much it. It's a very simple thing. Most of the time was spent just waiting for these parts. I can include a description for the parts in the description. Sorry, I can include a link for the parts in the description. And yeah, this would be a cool mod for you guys. So good luck. One of the things I can say is this to get to that socket in there, you have to take off all of this. You have to remove this along with all the cables, and there's a frame that holds together all of this. So basically you're disassembling this piece entirely. I was thinking of getting one of these, this whole panel from the newer like 2016s and 2017s, which have the HDMI port already in them, but I realized that wouldn't work because if you see these connectors right here, these connectors are different in the new models, so they actually don't intake it. I believe they're different. If not, I think it was I did this a while back, like 6 months ago, but it was either that or the software was not compatible with HDMI. But either ways, this is the easiest way, and it's pretty cheap. So $30 is not bad. When I put in this socket, the hole which is already there for the cigarette lighter is actually too small. You just have to take a knife and just slightly shave it on the sides, and then it fits in perfectly, and it looks super clean actually. And yes, the power outlet also came with my car. I did not do that. But yeah, I wish you all good luck and thank you.